What's going on, everyone? RJ here. With all of the doom and gloom on today's headlines and the fear mongering, how do we actually discern fact from fiction? And of course, the ultimate question, where do you keep your hard earned money safe from imploding? Now, of course, because we are covering finances and money, I have to give you guys the awesome disclaimer. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This video and the contents of this video is for education and pure entertainment purposes only. Do not ever listen to anyone online, especially a YouTuber that's giving you their opinions on money. Now, of course, I have my own opinions, and we're going to dive right into that right about now. So when I first started this channel, some of you may already know that I absolutely hate and despise keeping money in the bank, more specifically cash in the bank. And of course, concurrently with that, I obviously hate and dislike fiat currency, which is actually why I first created this channel, was to find an alternative to fiat currency, which of course landed us in cryptocurrency. So piggybacking off of crypto, let's start with that. So in terms of crypto, Bitcoin still for me is a blue chip that should have some place in your overall portfolio. Now, we're not talking about DeFi, which is decentralized finance, where money comes hard and fast. You can make a crap ton of money in DeFi, but you could also lose a crap ton of money in DeFi. We are sticking strictly within the contents of this video with just Bitcoin. Now, barrier to entry for Bitcoin is not super easy. You have to be a little bit techie, especially if you want to own your own private keys. Again, outside the scope of this video. But if you are wanting to own your own private keys and you want to overcome that learning curve, you're going to have to purchase a hardware wallet, which takes a little bit of education, a little bit of learning. Again, the learning curve on it is not very easy, but I think it's the way to go. So always grab yourself a hardware wallet, whether it's a Keystone or an Elapal, or if you're stuck to your computer, just get yourself one of these simple Trezor devices. Now, of course, you can just simply buy Bitcoin from one of your bigger exchanges like crypto.com or KuCoin or Coinbase. But to me, that's no better than holding cash in a bank. So I would, if you go down the cryptocurrency route, make sure you teach yourself and you learn how to actually purchase Bitcoin and then transfer it to your own hardware wallet. Now, of course, some people to follow for cryptocurrency is, of course, Michael Saylor and, of course, Natalie Brunell. Now, if you guys want to see the interview I did with Natalie Brunell, which was super cool, I will leave a link to that video up in this corner where you guys can check it out. Now, next on the list is, of course, real estate. And that is personally where Brandy and I keep the majority of our wealth, is in real estate. We ourselves own a few properties. We just bought a new buy and hold earlier this year. And we also purchased 18 acres where we have already began developing on it. We've already started excavating the roads leading into the mountains, and we plan to create and build a whole bunch of tiny homes for short-term rentals on that property. Now, real estate, of course, is a no-brainer because that has ebbs and flows, but it eventually, of course, just either continues to keep up with the market, and the price of real estate is normally a reflection of where we are in the market. Rent will go up if you own property. Rent will eventually go up. The value of the home will go up. There's tax incentives. When you sell a property, depending when you sold it, and if you lived in it, there's also tax incentives on that. So there's a lot of benefits to real estate. That obviously is a no-brainer. And of course, it is an amazing hedge to keep your money. Now, a few people to follow where, of course, I began my real estate journey was following the Bigger Pockets podcast. So you guys have, of course, Brandon Turner, who was the old host of Bigger Pockets. You have David Green now. And one person in particular who I loved to hear his journey was Diego Corzo. This guy was an immigrant. He moved here and nothing really could stop him. He created this amazing portfolio for himself, all odds stacked against him, and he had absolutely no excuse, and he was able to kill it. So go ahead and give them a follow. And the last on this list, which is a topic of conversation I'm actually really excited to talk about, is, of course, precious metals, so such as gold and silver. Now, gold and silver has been a currency that is tried and true and has obviously survived the test of time, ranging all the way to the beginning of civilization. To this very day, countries buy gold and silver to have their own reserves. To this very day, countries buy gold and silver and have their own gold and silver reserves. If we take a look at the US has 8,134 metric tons of gold reserves, which is crazy. And then of course you see there the next highest is Germany. So let's take a look at Germany. Germany has 3,353 metric tons of gold. And then if we take a look at China, China has 2,264,000 metric tons of gold. So if we take a look really quick here on SD Bullion, I just wanted to mention at the top, you can see the price of gold, which is $2,437 an ounce. Silver is currently $28 an ounce. And so I want to show you guys something really cool. This right here is an ounce of gold. This is a US gold buffalo. Super, super cool. This is 4/9 fine pure gold. Amazing. And the other two that I wanted to show you is a, gosh, it's so shiny. There we go. Is an American silver eagle. This one is also 3/9 fine. And then Brandy's favorite here, which is a Canadian maple. This is also an ounce of silver. $4/9 fine, 1 ounce silver. If anyone starts having some funny ideas or thoughts, just know that we keep the majority of our gold outside of this house. We keep it in a gold safe or vault. And then of course our silver is just super cool to hold, and it's about 28 bucks depending on the premium. US silver eagles has an insane premium right now, so Brandy's really been collecting these Canadian maples, which is really cool. So they got a lower premium. And of course, if you guys get any cuter ideas, this house is very pro Second Amendment. But this is one of those things that you can actually hold your wealth, and you can physically hold money and actually store it. So instead of holding US dollars where it's being printed into oblivion, you can actually, and you like to physically hold your money and not keep it in the bank, well, you can actually preserve your hard-earned money and your wealth in precious metals, right? You can actually physically hold these in your hand and know that you're actually holding money. And then a couple people to follow that I really enjoy watching for gold and silver content is 2is1. He actually just reached 105,000 subscribers, so congratulations to 2is1. Go check him out. Let him know that RJ sent you over. And then Silver Dragons, who has 265,000 subscribers, and they cover amazing content when it comes to precious metals such as gold and silver. So there you have it, places to store your wealth and your money and your hard-earned dollars. But whatever you guys do, please do not just keep cash stored somewhere. I know that was the older generation's mentality, shove cash under your bed for safekeeping, for emergency, but times have changed. The US dollar or fiat currency in itself loses value by the day. Inflation, everything just costs more, and you need to hedge your money into something that can either keep up or combat inflation altogether. Now, honestly, if you do not care, then by all means, keep your cash in the bank. Let the Fed print the dollar into oblivion. It really is your call. If there is something you guys want me to cover that was a subtopic of this video, let me know in the comment section down below. If you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. That's all I got for today. I will see you guys next time.